Welcome to another episode of Ship a War.
Shipper War. When ship happens, I'm there.
The first news is coming out of Knocked Up. Okay, supposedly a Knocked Up sequel is coming out, but the two main characters in the Knocked Up film will not be in the film. So Seth Rogen and Katherine Hagel will not be in this sequel, but Katherine Hagel's character's sister and brother-in-law will be in this sequel. So look forward to Paul Rudd and Leslie Mann as their original characters from Knocked Up in this sequel, because they will be the leading characters in this Knocked Up sequel, which I'm not sure is going to have the same title as Knocked Up. The casting for the new Gary Marshall films, New Year's Eve, is just blowing up right now. The latest casting is Sienna Miller, who's joining a already ridiculous cast of people. So far, they have Robert De Niro, Zac Efron, Ashton Kutcher, Sarah Jessica Parker, Hilary Swank, Jessica Biel, Halle Berry. It's just the casting for this film is just, it just keeps growing more and more. It's basically the same concept as the film Valentine's Day. Well, this film is basically going to be the same thing, but it's going to be based on New Year's Eve, and it's going to follow a bunch of different couples on that day and the stuff that happens to them. It's supposed to be a romantic comedy. Now, for those who are just looking forward to Breaking Dawn Part 1 to come out and you're just dying for more spoilers or details, well, the producers, or at least one of the producers from the film, did some interviews and he released a bunch of different spoilers about the birthing scene with Bella and her demon baby and stuff. So if you're interested in learning more of what's going to happen in that scene between Bella while she's giving birth, I suggest you check those interviews out and kind of ruin the film for yourself. I mean, it can't be that much different from the book, can it? So photos from two Justin Timberlake films have came out. The first one's from the film Now, which is set in the future about people who, if they're rich enough, they can live on forever, and if you're not rich, you basically live and then die. Well, Justin Timberlake's character doesn't want to die, he wants to live, so he ends up kidnapping Amanda Seyfried's character, and they run away from stuff because that's all these still images are showing me, is that they're running from something. The second photos, or the second film with Justin Timberlake in it, which also has photos, is the film Friends with Benefits. There's only one photo, and that's of Justin Timberlake on the couch with a beer with his love interest in the films, whose name I cannot say, the actress's name. I just have the hardest time saying her name, so I won't embarrass myself and just call her Jackie from that 70s show. That's going to be her name for as long as I know it, because I cannot say her name. I'm sorry, I just don't want to embarrass myself and even try it to even say it, because I've tried it in the past, I just couldn't say it, okay? Mila Kunis? Yeah, okay. Ryan Gosling was recently quoted in saying that The Notebook breaks up couples. In the interview, he said that some guy came up to him and told him that his fiancée broke up with him because he wouldn't build her house. His fiancée basically put him in the same standard as Ryan Gosling's character in the film, who builds Rachel McAdams a house. My thoughts on this is, why is Ryan Gosling even mentioning this? And two, why is this guy even saying that The Notebook broke him and his girlfriend up? Can he just realize that his girlfriend's a complete nut? Seriously, any girl who would actually break up with a guy because they won't build them a house is either one, a gold digger, or two, a complete nut job. For the trailers that came out this week, there's only one trailer, and that's the Ashton Kutcher and Natalie Portman film, No Strings Attached. Well, the Red Band trailer for this film has came out. So if you want to see another trailer that's a little bit more raunchy than the other one, or a lot more raunchy than the other one, I suggest you check this trailer out, you perverts. And the one and only TV news, and the final news in general, is coming out of Bones. Well, a promo trailer has came out for the upcoming episode of Bones, and it seems like stuff is going to be happening with Booth and Bones and Hannah, and just seems like a big hot mess. And I don't know about you guys, but if I was a shipper of this series, I would be peeing myself right now because I just love when the guy realizes that he shouldn't be with her, or when the girlfriend realizes that the guy that she's with is actually in love with somebody else, but he doesn't realize it yet, but she realizes it before he does, and then she kind of tells or hints to the other girl who also has feelings for her boyfriend that the boyfriend, or yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So that is all for this episode of Ship War. Goodbye, and until next time.